Hello and welcome. My name's Josh, and in this series I'll be guiding you through the tutorials and the career agent sections when you first log in to help you get started playing EVE Online. Right, once you've installed the game and logged in for the first time, you'll find yourself here. Okay, well, this is pretty interesting. You've got 4 different races: Minmatar, Amar, Gallente and Caldari. Now, it looks like what the map's showing you is roughly where in the universe you're going to be starting. I don't know, I'm going to choose Gallente for this particular
the only true democracy of New Eden. The Gallente Federation is a powerful and prosperous multicultural dominion that welcomes outsiders with open arms. Intolerant of closed societies, the Gallente are fierce defenders of personal and social liberties.
Well, that was epic. Now what do I do? No, I want Gallente. What's it doing? Where do I go? It's not letting me do anything. What am I meant to do? No, that doesn't work. Okay, well, this is EVE. I hope you enjoyed playing the game. This is looking better. Okay, so after some stuffing around, I actually managed to get the character options, which is cool. So yeah, you've got the 4 different factions that you can play as. They don't have a huge amount of an impact on your game experience, unless of course you're one of the hardcore RP kind of players, in which case you might want to pick a particular backstory. But one of the great things about, I guess, EVE is that you can pretty much do whatever you want. So even though you might start playing as, say, Caldari here, there's nothing stopping you switching over and picking up various Minmatar related ships and skills once you actually get going into the game. But certainly it's a good idea to sort of pick a faction that you're happy with to get yourself going, because that's obviously the ships and things that you're going to be flying, certainly in your early days. So yeah, so there's the 4 different races. So I'm gonna run with Gallente. Okay, so what do we got here? We've got 3 bloodlines to choose from. Again, same deal. They don't really have a huge impact on your game experience. It's more of a hardcore RP thing again. Not particularly sure which I'm going to go with, to be honest. I think I'm just going to be boring, I think, and I'll just choose the ordinary Gallente backstory. And that brings us into the character creator screen. And so here's our blank character. Zoom out. Oh, gee, that's a bit of a confronting shot first thing into the game. Okay, over on the right side you've got all of the different options to customize, so you can play around with the build of your character as well as his physical appearance, things like that, hair color, eye color, and so forth. Just tweak around with the settings. Of course, down in the center you've got the bar, which basically saves all of the iterations that you go through, so you can step back if you ever change your mind on something. But it's basically as simple as just clicking on the menus, and you can play around with the different settings, and there's plenty of them. Definitely clothes. We're going to have to get clothes on this, as it's just going to be a little weird otherwise. Flying around space in the buff. I don't know, it depends how you roll. Some people roll that way. So move your mouse around and you can change the shape of things. You've got a bit of an Incredible Hulk thing going there. There we go. So it's looking good. You zoom in your character, and it's just a case of mousing over the different areas on your character, and you can click and drag to change the features and make them appear slightly differently. That's looking good. That's a bit weird. So you can even play around down to lip detail and nose line, eye line. You can try and go for Mr. Spock kind of look, I guess. Looks a bit weird. It's looking good. And so yeah, just keep playing around until you find something that you're happy with. Okay, I'm going to have to change something about that. It's getting a bit confronting. Okay, so after a lot of stuffing around, you can actually end up with a character that looks half presentable, I guess you could call it. You can play around for as much as you like. You know, it actually looks vaguely like Lazarus Telraven. My god, what have I done? For those that don't know, Laz is actually a fairly well-known fleet commander in-game. Oh, sorry Laz. Okay, well, moving on from that shocking revelation, the next thing that we've got to do is actually create sort of a pose, I guess, and put together our in-game portrait that other players and us are going to be staring at forever. So on the right side of the screen you've got three options basically. Choose a background, the lighting, as well as some sort of generic stances that you have for your character. And you can do exactly the same way as when you first created it. Simply click on the character and drag features around, etc., change expressions and the positioning of the character and what he's looking at and things like that. Okay, so let's try and get something interesting going here. So I don't really know what I'm going for here, but I'll just see what happens. So yeah, just click and drag things around, and you can take screenshots as you go and edit them. You get a few attempts. You can play around. So he looks a bit stupid. God. Oh yes. Yeah, now we're looking good. I'm going for that confused and slightly disturbed look that I so frequently have when I'm flying around in EVE. Oh dear. Oh, there we go. We'll go with that. That should be enough for now. Alrighty, so we've created. Now it's just a question of choosing a name. So what am I going to go with? Let's see. Just try and come up with something funny. Oh, here we go. We'll go with the Fat Controller. See whether we can. Oh yes, we got it. That's pretty lucky. All the Thomas the Tank Engine fans will be happy. And yeah, we'll submit that photo. And obviously after waiting for a loading screen. And there you have it. You have created a character. Oh, it takes a bit of time to load everything. Oh, there we go. And that's it. We are officially in. So here we go. Welcome to EVE Online.